Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Irfan bin Hijwari and this is all my teammates. The first one is Koh Hee Liang, then Muhammad Arif bin Osni, and the last one is Goh Pei. So this is our project report for 2021 and our industry hazard case study is massive blast in Pengerang Petronas Complex. So for introduction, occupational safety and health, OSH, issues are increasing rapidly and receiving attention and found as important in Malaysian industrial relations. An operational analysis report of the OSH regulations found that 80% of the workplace investigated failed to adhere fully to regulation and is quite disappointed. So, Pengerang Integrated Petroleum Complex is the largest development project in Pengerang, Malaysia. It is because it has an area of 80 square kilometers. Then, it is also included with houses of oil mills, LNG terminals, petrochemical factories, and the last one is regasification plant.
Occupational safety and health are also generally referred as occupational health and safety, occupational safety, or occupational health. It is a multidisciplinary sector concerning to the safety, health, and welfare issues within the workplace. OSH includes the laws, standards, and programs that aim at improving the safety and health of the workplace in order to provide a safe working environment for the workers. OSH was regulated by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, which is an agency of the US Department of Labor. The employees have legal responsibilities to ensure a safe and healthy workplace, and the workers can file a complaint to Occupational Safety and Health Administration if they suspect an unsafe condition in the workplace. The mission of occupational safety and health is to inculcate a preventive culture at the workplace, and the vision of it is to inculcate a safe and healthy work culture for the well-being of workers, employees, and the countries. The importance of having a safety and health management in the company is to eliminate work-related accidents or occupational disease and determine the causes of the previous hazard in order to prevent the same accidents happen again. And implementation of effective preventive or control measures to prevent the possible dangers and accidents from happen. In this case, we found that the PIPC was failed in managing and implementing occupational safety and health in the workplace and had placed the workers in a dangerous conditions because there was two similar accidents happen in the same petroleum complex. So the PIPC need to inspect the causes of these two explosions and make sense of those defective equipment and pay for the compensation to the casualties and their families. The objective of the project is to learn on how to prevent hazards in the workplace and how the OSH measures can be implemented well. As through the project, we have determined the causes of the two incidents happened in the PIPC, and we have learned about the practical way to prevent the same accidents happen again, so that the company has already known on how to manage the hazard by the history accidents before. Besides that, the objective of the project is to determine the environmental impact and the effects to social and economy due to the fire and explosion occurred at the oil and gas Pengerang Integrated Petroleum Complex. As we know that the explosion will affect the quality of the air, and the explosion has already caused some property losses and the injuries for the company. And so that through the project, we will know how to minimize them. Besides that, the project has already sharpened our hazard identification skills and know the importance of using the occupational safety and health management system in the management of a company in order to prevent the accidents for happen and provide a safety and health working environment for the employees.
Okay, For the accident background in Pengerang Integrated Petroleum Complex, the accident already happened twice and it is less than 1 year. Then the first accident happened is in 12 April 2019 and around 1:25 a.m. early in the morning. And the fire was stopped within 30 minutes. This accident happened in plant's atmospheric residue desulfurization unit in Pengerang Integrated Complex, and it is also caused by a leaking gas tank. Then, 5 fire and rescue department vehicles and 30 officers are deployed to extinguish the fire. The cause is 2 locals and 2 workers are injured. Then, for the second accident happened in 15th of March 2020 and around 10:50 p.m. This accident happened is still under investigation, and this accident happened in plant diesel hydrotheater unit in Pengerang Integrated Complex. The plant diesel hydrotheater unit uses hydrogen to remove sulfur waste from raw diesel. Then, 9 fire and rescue department and 42 personnel are deployed to extinguish the fire, and also assisted by some 50 personnel and 8 vehicles from the Pengerang Central Emergency and Fire Services. Then the cause is 5 men was killed and 2 workers are injured, and one of them sustaining 70% of burns.
Besides, there are some steps too to determine and conduct an accident analysis. The company can secure the accident scene. The analysis primary goal is to begin gathering accident information that can give critical clues into the causes associated with the accident. Then, second, we can list methods to document the accident scene and collect facts about it. The documents will help to determine facts about the accidents. For the interview, we can ask the witness by providing some questions. The third step is developing the sequence of events. Each event in the unplanned accident process should identify one actor, which is individual or object. An actor initiates a change by performing or failing to perform an action, while action behavior the actor accomplishes. Actions may or may not be observable. The next step is determining the causes by applying the knowledge on accident theories and determine direct, surface, and root causes. Examples of direct and contributing surface causes are unguarded machinery exposing moving parts to employee, uneducated employee. The step 5 is to recommend corrective action. Using the hierarchy of control, such as engineering controls, eliminate hazards through equipment redesign, substitution hazards, safe procedures, and practice and use of personal protective equipment, PPE. Lastly, write on a report. The report should include a primary reason of accident. Investigations fail to help eliminate similar accidents. For the methodology adopted to find the most important competencies required for carrying out a coordinator's duties in health and safety issues has been developed by analyzing the result of this explosion in the internet and analyze the move of the company. According to this project, the US $27 billion mega project will be used according to the plan produced by the Johor Petroleum Development Corporation, JPDC. The accident reported to be happened on 12 April 2019 and 15 March 2020. In 2019, it was caused by leaking gas, and for 2020, it is still under investigation. So there are some organizations involved in these accidents. The first organizations that was involved in this accident is National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA. The function of this organization is to reduce lost life by ensuring the preparedness, responses, and mitigation measures are in place to deal with the impact of hazards. Next, the fire and rescue department help to extinguish the fire. The fire occurs early in the morning and there are around 30 officers who came to shut down the fire. There is also a unit that helps to remove sulfur waste from the raw diesel using hydrogen. Besides that, the local emergency response community is also involved in Petronas Pengerang complex accidents. The function of this organization is to partner with local resources. So if there are any emergencies, they will immediately help the company. Next, the National Disaster Committee, NDC, involved is to complete control in operation related to disaster. So the management of the plan for safety is more convincing. Moreover, provincial disaster committees PDC role also involved, and their role is to make assessments on particular hazards prone or common in the province. So this can minimize hazards in the workplace. Ultimately, the National Disaster Command Center (NDCC), the function of the NDCC is to monitor the weather conditions and river water levels as a precautionary measure against disaster.
For the causations analysis, according to Henry's domino accident causation theory, unsafe acts and unsafe conditions are considered as the direct causes of accidents. There is no exception for this accident. A large number of statistical analysis of accident causes has shown that most unsafe physical conditions related to accidents, in particular the defects of some facilities, were caused by the operator's unsafe acts, such as this accident, which is the leak of gas. By consulting related laws of engineering standard, the individual unsafe acts related to the accident were almost all violations. The equipment management personnel conduct regular inspections and maintenance on gas holder strictly according to the organizational regulations in Table 2. The tilt and movement obstruction of the bell housing could be discovered or even avoided, and the gas leak would not happen. So there is a 4 unsafe act. The first is not having the gas holder overhauled within 6 years. The second is adjusting the return valve of the compressor sharply. The third is improper use and management of the gas detection device. For example, operating roughly, turning off alarm device frequently. The last unsafe act is parking illegally. So the consequence and the violations can be seen in the table. For the hazard identifications and the problem solving, since the Petronas Pengerang already experienced massive fire and explosion that caused injuries and even death, there are many ways to identify hazard in Petronas Pengerang and they can apply safety precautions in the future. The company can increase the amount of emergency alarms in the plant so that they can detect anything earlier so that they can make sure our way out of the plant faster. Besides that, the company should also look at the injury and the incident record. By doing this, a company can find the causes and improve their hazard control. The company should also increase the number of automated hydrant systems or at least fire extinguisher. The emergency equipment system can reduce the damage in the workplace. And the company should also tell the workers the information update. The workers should alert about the change of the environment and quickly respond by running away earlier. And due to that, the workers should also detect change of the product and inform it to the other workers. The workers need to save as many lives as they can, and if possible, they can take actions to the accident earlier so that the accident can be solved. Besides that, the company should also provide special equipment to detect the change in the product. If there is no special equipment, it can cause serious injuries and the worst is death. Besides that, the company should also have emergency workplace layout. The workers follow the layout and help them to go out from the plant safely. The company should also have safety audit. it is needed because the safety audit can make sure the equipment, machine and materials are in good condition. Besides, the company should also have fire alarm shutdown. When there is fire, all machines will automatically shut down. Besides, the company should also have conduct initial and periodic workplace inspection of the workplace. This is needed because it helps to identify new or recurring hazards. It should be involving workers and managers too. Last but not least, the company should make the change to remove the hazard at the source or substitute it. This action is based on company. They can add new equipment or improve the engineering control skill to remove the hazard.
The two massive fire and explosion happened in the Pengerang Integrated Petroleum Complex has resulted to casualties in the industry. There were 2 local workers injured in the accident on 12 April 2019. Luckily, they will just suffer from slightly light injuries. However, in the accidents in 15 March 2020, there was 5% dead in the accidents and 2 injuries, even one of them sustaining 70% burns. The accident has destroyed the workers' family as they have lost someone beloved, and also causing the financial problem to the workers, to the injuries workers, because they have to take times and money in order to recovery from the accidents, whether it's physically or physiologically. Besides that, the 2 accidents happened in the complex has already made the workers lost their confidence towards the safety and health management of the company, as they have placed the workers in danger conditions. The effect to environment. The fire explosion has already released some of the toxic gases and smoke. This has causes the negative impact to the local flora and fauna by interacting with living system, and also affected the air quality, which will causing the long-term health to the locals and may causes the lungs problem for them. Besides that, the explosion and vibration were causing damage to more than 10 houses in Kampong Lebau near Pengerang, as some of the villagers has already reported that the ceiling of their houses is come down, and there was cracks on the walls of their houses.
The effect of the accident to the PIPC is the losing global oil marketing, include Petronas. And for the last year, there is a refinery issues in Asia Pacific. And due to this, the Petronas had lost trust of netizens, and this affected their branding. And due to this, the other brand take this opportunity and they provide a more good quality of the oil, and they say that their oil is better. And because of the accident also, the PIPC has a low productivity since they need time to repair and they need to recover their workers quickly. And the effect to the safety management is the safety management department workers were fired and be replaced with the new workers. Because of the new workers, they seems to have a new chemistry, because new workers mean new chemistry. So they need to build a good more teamwork and a good communication among them. And because of this also, because of the accident also, the safety management has been criticized hard by the media. The media say that their safety management is weak, is very poor, and does not effective. Besides of that, since to all of the accidents and this issue, it reduced the overall productivity of the business because the workers are concerned about their safety and health, and they are still fighting with the media to close all the fake news. And there seems to be a trust issue too, because there is a trust issue between the workers and the safety department workers. The workers seems like they didn't believe the safety management department because they scared the same accident will be happen again.
Okay, so for the conclusion is the results of the research have collected and their accuracy, it would seem to be proof that there are some issues and health and safety coordinators deemed necessary to strengthen their job performance. Next, these are communication, negotiation, and commitment to the project. All of these need to hand in hand with effectiveness and efficiency. Next, as a student study in the course of engineering, the study of this project will increase our knowledge in risk assessment in the workplace, which will greatly help for us if we apply job as an engineer. So it is because we can make use of this knowledge to increase the safety requirement in the working place according to regulation and standard OSHA in order to provide a safety and health workplace for the workers. Next, the project described in this paper will help to guide the reader to understand in each part of health and safety that link to this accident as a way to help them better perform their duties and hence manage safety in construction works. Besides that, occupational safety and health should not be sidelined as a service delivery issue since it is always happen whenever we are. Health workers and well-being is an important aspect of workers' motivation and job satisfaction, and which influence productivity as well as retention. So, besides that, education of OSHA represent an important approach to bringing occupational safety and health policies and practice, ensuring the well-being of the health sector's most important resource, and in turn that of the patients and the population they serve, thus helping to transform the health system at large. So, last but not least, this through this research, we learned that OSHA is very important. I think that's all from us. Thank you.